Hi, my name is David Wilkinson. I'm the CEO of the Global Equipping Center. Well, this is our third and last video that we're making specifically for nonprofit leaders, nonprofit development directors, people that have a passion for nonprofit work. Well, we have an upcoming event on making your next nonprofit event successful. What is a successful event? Is it the number of people? Many times we've heard of people who have had thousands and thousands of donors that come to their event and leave just barely breaking even. You see, in my mind, the reason why you have a fundraising event is to raise funds. If you have 50 people there and you get $1 million, isn't that better than having 5,000 people there and getting $10? What is the purpose of a fundraising event? Now, there's 3 points I want to make to you today, specifically about how to make your next event successful. And we're going to talk about more in detail when we have the workshop. But here's the first one. You need to have your table hosts that are highly committed, wealthy business people that care about your organization. So here you have a round table. You've got 10 chairs. And you have a business couple that sits right here, and they are the table hosts. It's a lot easier to get a table host of 2 that are responsible to get 4 other wealthy business couples that care about the very things you care about than it ever is to fill that table with 10 individual people. So one of the overwhelming feelings that people have that are development directors is, how do I fill a room of 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 or however big your event is? How do I get all these people? The number one secret: get table hosts. If you get a highly committed couple that can find 4 other of their couple friends, all you have to do is keep that one couple happy. If you decide you're going to have, 100 people at your event, then guess what you need? 10 table hosts. And all you have to do is, on a regular basis, meet with them, get them together as a group, thank them for what they're doing, help them get their list of 4 other couples, and they just have to recruit their people, and then it's easy for you to fill the event. Now, the second point is a little bit controversial, so I would like to be able to help you think outside the box. And let me step on your toes just for a hair. Don't invite your volunteers and your staff. Now, let me tell you why I just made that comment. I remember I was speaking at a nonprofit, and there was over 385 people in the room in Charlotte, North Carolina. And when I looked out, I realized that very few people were donors, and I come to find out that there was 30 to 60 of their volunteers that had filled the room, and that they had brought their own friends that wanted to come for a free meal. And therefore, when I looked around, I said, this is a celebration, this is wonderful, but we raised very little amount of money because it was everybody's friends. It was like a family reunion. Okay, you don't go to a family reunion to raise funds for your nonprofit, and neither should you allow your staff and volunteers to come to your fundraising event. And what you need to do is, before you have the fundraising event, have a celebration event. What that is you bring all of your volunteers and all of your team and your staff together, and you celebrate with them what they've done for the organization over the year. But when it comes to a fundraising banquet, it's not because you're there to have a family reunion. It's there to get wealthy people to donate to the organization. And every single table and every single seat that has a staff member or a volunteer that is not a significant donor, what you're doing is you're taking up the chair of another high net worth individual that could be sitting there. Number 3 is this idea about when you start. When should you actually start working on your next fundraising event? Do you know what the right answer is? The day after your last one. I can't tell you how many times I've been in shock meeting with board of directors of nonprofits, and they just had this huge banquet. It was so successful, and they say, yeah, we start about 30 days, 60 days out, and then we have our next event. And I said to them, how can you do that? Do you realize how effective you could be if you had 364 days to get your theme? Do you know when the best day is to actually launch your next event? It's at the very event that was successful. You have a little card. It says, thank you so much for attending our fundraising banquet tonight. The theme is this for next year. Save the date. And you actually have people sign up at the event for the next event. You start on the event. The day after is when you start to recruit people for your next event. So with those three concepts, if you're not doing those effectively, I guarantee you, you did not have the number of donors that you wanted at your last event. And number two, it was maybe a celebration, but not until you saw that the lack of checks were in the mail or the lack of money. And number three, you probably didn't raise the amount of money that you needed for your budget for the next year. A lot of nonprofits can raise 25, 50, 75%, sometimes even more than what their budget is for the whole year in one evening if they do it well. Therefore, we want to encourage you because time is running out. Our event is coming up in just a few more days, and we want you to be involved in that. So click on the link below and register and be a part of something that I guarantee you, when you walk away from that hour and a half, you're done watching that hour and a half on your screen, you will say this: I have some gold nuggets, something in my hand that I can use that's practical, that can take my company to the next level. We look forward to serving you in such a profound way that you'll say, I got some secrets that unlock doors that maybe have been locked for years, and we look forward to seeing you there.